Welcome, welcome. My name is Cindy Lish, and I'm super excited that you're here with me today. I am an accomplished career coach that helps stay-at-home moms with the confidence, tools, and skills to successfully get back to the workforce. Yep, that's exactly what I do. In fact, over the past 8 years, I've helped 600 women to confidently get back to the workforce at jobs that they love. So whether you've been out of the workforce for 20 minutes or 20 years, this is the place for you. Before we get started, I want you to pop on over and subscribe to my channel so you are the first to know every single time I have a new video, which is going to be every single week on Wednesday. Don't want you to miss out, so please subscribe. Okay, now let's get started. I'm going to talk to you today about 5 simple things that you can easily remove from your resume so that you don't look old and outdated. Okay, so tip number 1 is don't put on too much work history. Okay. This is one of those times when more is not better. Okay. So you want to go back on your resume 10 or 15 years of work experience. Okay. I didn't say chronological years. I said 10 or 15 years of work experience because for some of you, you're going to have gaps on your resume. So 10 years of work experience may be 18 years back, something like that. But please make sure you don't go back to all the jobs that you've ever had since you scooped the ice cream when you were 16 years old. Okay. And please, please make sure you're not going back more than 20 years ever. There shouldn't be any 1990 something on your resume. And just think about it, right? That was a long time ago. Honestly and truly, you were not the same person that you were 20 years ago. Your work is not the same as it was 20 years ago. The job market is not the same. Computers, technology. I mean, just think about where we were 20 years ago. The internet was a baby. We weren't using the internet. We filed something, we went to a cabinet and we threw papers in it. We filed something today, we're in the cloud, right? We're not sending mailings. We're on social media. We're sending emails. So just understand that things that you did 20 years ago are no longer relevant. Okay. And on top of which, especially if you had that gap, right? You are not the same person that you were 20 years ago today. Okay. So that's number 1. Number 2, the year that you graduated from school. So we're keeping your degrees on there. We're definitely keeping your degrees on there. But if your degree was more than 5 years ago, okay, you want to remove the year that you graduated from school. So you're keeping the university, you're keeping the school, you're keeping the degree, you're just taking off the year. If, on the other hand, you do have a more recent degree, it's in the past 5 or so years, and especially if you've accomplished that degree while you had a gap, while you were taking time off from the workplace, definitely put that on your resume. And that might even call for you to move your education up to the top of the resume. I do that often with clients. If they have recently gone back and earned a degree, we move that all the way up to the top because we're trying to highlight that. Okay. So if you've graduated and it's been more than 5 years, we're going to be taking the year off of your resume. Outdated terms, right? Just because we can do something doesn't mean that it's worth mentioning. Okay. So we don't want to talk about World Wide Web. We don't want to talk about the ability to do internet research, which was like really hot, 20 years ago when the internet was coming out. But now it's like, okay, any 5-year-old can do internet research. We want to remove words like WordPerfect and Lotus 123. We don't want to be talking about our typing skills. So we want to remove things that are passe, that aren't used anymore, and certainly remove any technology that is going to mark you as that dinosaur, as we're not using that stuff anymore. And how are you going to know which skills and which technology is necessary and which is not necessary? Well, you know how, right? It's going to be in the job posting. They're going to tell you what they're looking for. Okay. References. So please don't put your references on your resume, and also don't have that one line on the bottom, references available upon request. They know it. Okay, employers know it, that if they ask for references, that you are going to provide those references. Okay, so it's really an outdated passe term to even include that statement on your resume. So we're going to take that off as well. Okay, and the other thing that you should remove from your resume, it goes in the personal information section, and that would be number 1, your home phone number. Okay, so we're just going to put our cell phone number on there, and we're not going to write cell or mobile, we're just going to put that number. Okay, so you're not having two separate numbers, the home and the mobile. It's just going to be your cell phone. Because number one, first off, that's how we're reached, right? Now we are so accessible 24/7. We're always walking around with our cell phones. People are able to reach us at all times. You know, having only the home phone number will severely limit you being able to receive those calls and even get back to the employer in a timely manner. Because you know, if you're out for the day and they call you and you don't get home until after the end of the workday, that means that they can't hear from you again until the next day. So that's not a good thing. We want to be able to be reachable. We also want to make sure that the only person who's going to be answering the phone is going to be us. So we don't have any possibilities of mixed messages, someone not giving us the message, somebody answering the phone, children, spouses, oh, mom's in the shower. That's not the impression we want to give as our first impression to a potential employer. So we want to remove the home phone number. And we also want to pay attention to our email address that's up on our resume and make sure that we're using a current email address. So make sure that we're using a Gmail account. And again, that we're not using our 20-year-old AOL or Yahoo account. Okay. I know it shouldn't make a difference, but it really does to employers, and they make decisions based on this. So you want to have an updated account, a Gmail account. And again, as I always talk about, be careful about your email address, that you're not using numbers in your email address that could indicate your age, right? So you don't have the year that you were born on your email address after your name, and you also don't have a number that could look like the year that you were born on your email address. Okay, so in review, we're going to, if you want to, 1, 2, 3, make sure that you don't look old on that resume. You're going to limit the work history that you have on your resume. So you're not going to go back more than 10 or 15 years of work history, and definitely not more than 20 years total. You're going to eliminate your graduation dates from your resume if they're more than 5 or so years old. You're going to take out any outdated terms, remove the references and the line about references being available, and then make sure the personal information that it's only your cell phone and that you're using a modern Gmail account. Okay, I hope this was super helpful for you. Did you know that in addition to my website, I also have a free private Facebook group for you? If you pop on over to my website, cindylish.com, you'll find out how to access my free private Facebook group. I have a lot of exclusive free content over there just for my members, from resume hot seats and question and answers. So pop on over, join me in my Facebook group. Go onto my website. I have lots of free videos. I have blogs. I have an opportunity for you to talk to me one-on-one for free, of course, to see if I can help you and how I can help you with your job search, because you deserve to be supported. Why should you have to do this alone? I hope you have a super productive week. Always remember that you're a warrior, and I'll catch you the next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.